Apartheid South Africa once changed its laws to keep one man in prison. The man was Robert Sobukwe. The government feared what his influence could do among the masses. Sobukwe was the founding leader of the Pan-Africanist Congress and one of the most disciplined political thinkers of South Africa's liberation struggle. In 1960, he organized a nationwide campaign against the apartheid pass laws. Now, these laws forced Black South Africans to carry passbooks that controlled where they could live, travel, and work. Sobukwe's strategy was simple but powerful. If enough people refused the system at once, the prison would fail and the pass laws would collapse. Sobukwe insisted the campaign remain peaceful and disciplined. But the apartheid government responded with violence. When protesters gathered in Sharpville on March 21, 1960, police opened fire on the crowd, killing 69 people and wounding many more. The massacre shocked the world and marked a turning point in the struggle against apartheid. Soon after, Sobukwe was arrested and sentenced to 3 years in prison. When that sentence was about to end, the government faced a problem. They feared what might happen if he returned to public life. So they changed the law. When Sobukwe's prison sentence ended, the apartheid government rewrote the law so that one man could remain behind bars. This became known as the Sobukwe Clause. Instead of freedom, Sobukwe was kept in isolation in Robben Island, separated even from other political prisoners. Yet Sobukwe's influence did not begin in prison. Robert Mangaliso Sobukwe was born in 1924 in South Africa's Eastern Cape. His father worked as a laborer and his mother was a domestic worker. Education became his path forward. He studied at the University of Fort Hare, one of the few institutions where Black South Africans could pursue higher education at the time. It was there that Sobukwe, who would become a teacher, lawyer, and anti-apartheid leader, began to distinguish himself. Fort Hare would later produce several leaders of the liberation struggle, including Nelson Mandela and Oliver Tambo. But even among that generation, Sobukwe stood out. He was known for his intellectual discipline, sharp political thinking, and powerful public speaking. As he once said, "We aim politically at government of the Africans by Africans for the Africans." Sobukwe was deeply influenced by Pan-Africanism. He believed the liberation of South Africa was part of a much larger continental struggle. Eventually, Sobukwe was released from Robben Island but kept under strict restrictions and constant surveillance. Years of imprisonment and isolation took a severe toll on his health.